Welcome to the deep dive. You know how sometimes you catch just a tiny bit of a conversation somewhere, like maybe in a school hallway or waiting for coffee?
Oh, yeah, just a few words.
Exactly. And suddenly your mind starts racing, filling in all the gaps.
Totally. Spinning this whole narrative from almost nothing.
Well, today we're diving into exactly that. We've got this fascinating series of connected manga excerpts.
Mm-hmm.
And our mission really is to unpack how these little snippets of information get twisted, like wildly misinterpreted.
Leading to some pretty serious social drama.
You got it. And then we'll try to uncover the actual truth that's kind of buried under all that public perception.
It's that classic thing, isn't it? The allure of secrets, whispers turning into something much bigger and usually wrong.
Yeah. We're going to see a seemingly innocent chat in a school bathroom just completely spiral into scandal.
And it all centers around one object, a ring.
Right. So we're following a few key characters here. There's Peppy. She's thoughtful, kind of caught in the middle of all this.
Then Jaru, charismatic guy, definitely has a reputation.
And Sarah. It's her promise ring that becomes the absolute core of this mystery.
But this isn't just, typical high school stuff.
No, not at all. It really digs into how we communicate or miscommunicate. Loyalty comes up. And the incredible power of context.
Get ready for some real aha
Yeah.
moments,
Yeah.
because I promise you, nothing here is quite what it looks like at first glance.
Okay, so let's jump right in. The whispers start in the girls' bathroom. Peppy's there, quietly in a stall.
And then this group of older girls comes in, upperclassmen, and they're loud, ready to gossip.
And their target. Immediately, it's Sarara. She's a cheerleader.
Yep, and this is where the rumor mill just kicks into high gear. It starts simple enough.
I like what?
Well, first they note Sarah is Gaha's sister. Okay, fact. Then, the big one. She's been wearing this promise ring constantly, ever since she got back from a trip to the coast.
Ah, the ring. And for them, a promise ring carries,
Hmm.
well, specific weight, doesn't it?
Exactly. In their social world, it often means, serious commitment, maybe even a pledge of, purity or something similar.
Right. So from that single observation, the speculation just explodes. One girl says something like, something's up. Like she has a promise with Jaru.
And another one's like, what does that even mean? And the first girl goes, I don't know, but there's some sort of secret, maybe family stuff.
Which then leads to the assumption, wait, are you saying Jaru is related to Sarah?
And the first girl just confirms it. Yes, definitely. Total confidence, zero proof.
And this is where it gets, well, pretty dark, pretty fast.
Yeah, an older girl chimes in dramatically. You really don't get it. It means she lost her innocence.
Wow. Just like that.
It's such a classic example, isn't it? People filling in the blanks. They take a symbol, the ring, attach their meaning to it.
And jump straight to the most damaging conclusion possible.
Makes you think, how often do we all do that? Make these snap judgments based on half a story or less.
And Peppy hears all this from the stall. Her reaction is instant. Eyes wide, hand over her mouth. You can almost hear her brain scrambling.
Yeah, like Sharu. Sarah, a promise ring. Innocence, what? She knows he's a flirt, but this.
It's just incredible how fast those few little comments morphed into something so personal, so damaging.
Okay, so the seed of the rumor is planted in Peppy's mind.
Right. Now, cut to the next scene. Outside the school gates, Jaru's there, leaning on this really impressive truck.
Oh yeah, the truck gets described, doesn't it? Like sleek, black, muscle sports pickup.
Coastal-style chrome, limited edition. The narrator even notes it's the most expensive on the market. Sets the stage for his character a bit.
Definitely. And he's trying his best to cheer up Peppy, who's clearly miles away, distant.
Pulling out all the stops, isn't he? Using those pet names.
Uh-huh. Sweet chili pepper, dolls Jawa baby. Trying to get a reaction.
He even offers to take her shopping. Buy you something really nice.
But nothing works. She's
Yep.
just not there, not responding.
And Jaru, he senses something's really wrong.
Yeah.
He actually gets a bit more serious, uses her full formal name.
Pepikila Parivova Tarquaves. Yeah, that's a mouthful.
Right. I'd like to have a word with you. But then she snaps, what's wrong with you?
And bam! She slams his truck door. Hard.
The precious truck door, as his internal thought goes. Nobody slams his precious truck door, ever.
It's such a perfect picture of a communication breakdown, right?
Yes.
She's reacting to the rumor.
The stuff she heard in the bathroom?
Exactly. Information he doesn't even know she has. So his attempts to be charming, maybe even a bit flashy with the shopping offer,
They just fall completely flat, miss the mark entirely.
because they don't address the real issue. He's trying to fix the mood, but he doesn't know why the mood is bad.
It really shows how crucial it is to actually ask, what's wrong
Yeah.
in a way that invites someone to actually tell you.
Instead of just papering over it. Yeah.
So things are obviously tense between them, and then it all comes to a head out on the sports field.
Right. Pepe just confronts him, straight up.
Jaru, I can't believe you. Why wouldn't you share this with me?
And his first reaction? Total confusion, and a bit dismissive, maybe. It's not really any of your business, Dolls Jawa.
Oof. Probably not the best response given her mood.
Probably not. But then, right as he's trying to be affectionate with her, maybe smooth things over physically, the gossip erupts again.
This time out in the open.
Yeah. There's a group of cheerleaders nearby, and they are loudly talking about Sarara, calling her a slut for supposedly giving it up to him.
Wow. So the private rumor is now public slander.
Exactly. And Jaro, even while he's right there with Pepe, maybe kissing her or holding her, he hears it. You see him listening intently.
So the very thing that's driving Pepe crazy is now being shouted across the field, right where he can hear it.
He's like a perfect storm, isn't it? Miscommunication meets public shaming.
And this is the trigger for Jaru.
Absolutely. That switch from, something whispered that might be affecting Pepe to a direct public attack on Sarah's reputation within his earshot, that changes everything for him.
He goes from being kind of charmingly clueless about Pepe's issue
to fiercely protective, instantly, the moment he hears Sarara being slandered.
Okay, so what does he do?
He doesn't hesitate. He deliberately walks right over to those cheerleaders. And everyone's watching now, the soccer players, everyone.
Probably enjoys the audience a bit.
Maybe. He clears his throat. Big dramatic, hey, and he's got this confident smirk.
He's ready for a confrontation.
Totally. One of the cheerleaders tries to brush him off. Tryouts are closed, honey.
And his comeback.
Good. They couldn't afford me anyway. Classic Jaru, maybe.
Sounds like it. Then he gets serious.
Yeah, he cuts right to it. I overheard you talking about me and Sarah, right? No beating around the bush.
And he defends her.
Fiercely. What happened between me and my Sarah is none of your business. Don't call her a slut. Really direct, really protective.
Okay. But the cheerleaders must push back, right? They bring up the ring.
They do. That's the core of their proof. One asks, then why does she have a promise ring?
And here it comes. The moment that changes everything.
Yep.
Jaru's reply. Just 2 words.
Family duty.
Boom.
Whoa, okay, that is not what anyone was expecting. Especially not the gossiping girls.
You can almost feel the collective gasp. The whole narrative just collapses.
So family duty, what does that mean? Does he explain?
Not really, but the implication is huge. It immediately shifts the meaning of the ring. But someone jumps to another conclusion.
Oh no, what now?
Oh my goddess, is she pregnant?
Seriously?
They went there.
They did, and Jaru just gets this embarrassed blush, denies it flat out no, then he calls them losers.
And makes his exit?
Yeah, saying, I've got a reputation to uphold, and just walks off.
Wow. So that phrase, family duty, it completely dismantles their whole theory, doesn't it?
Completely. The ring they saw as a symbol of intimacy, maybe scandal.
Turns out to be about obligation. Family, something totally different.
It's fascinating how one piece of context just flips the entire script. How often do we see a symbol and impose our meaning on it without knowing the real story, the cultural or personal context behind it?
Happens all the time, I bet. So Jaru defended Sarah, cleared the air, kinda. What happens with Pepe?
Well, he goes back to the truck and finds Pepe inside. And her mood has totally shifted. She's jamming out to music.
Oh, happy again.
Seems like it. She shouts, I love this song, Jaru. Big smile.
That's quite a turnaround.
It is. And Jaru, he just gives her this soft smile. He teases her a little bit, about messing with his truck's sound system.
His precious subwoofers.
Exactly. Testing the subwoofers, messing with the presets. But then he immediately softens it. Like, lol, I'm just playing with you. It's warm.
Oh, the tension's gone.
Mostly.
But Pepe still needs that final confirmation. She asks him directly.
What does she ask?
Did you handle things properly with those cheerleaders, Jaru? She needs to know it's really over.
And his answer?
Firm, reassuring. Yes, my love, they won't talk about that anymore.
And that does it for her. She believes him.
Seems so. She leans into him, finds peace. Jaru says something soft like, rest now, my love. Tomorrow will be a new day.
Ah, that's quite sweet after all the drama.
It is. And her final line, whispered, is full of trust. With you, I'm ready for anything.
So what really brought them back together wasn't just him confronting the cheerleaders.
No, it was more than that. It was the combination of him taking action, yes, but also that clear reassurance he gave her directly, that confirmation.
Building back that trust.
Exactly. It shows that while you can defend a reputation publicly, like he did for Sarah, true peace, especially in a relationship, comes from that internal reassurance, that feeling of safety and trust.
The public story might change, but it's the personal connection, knowing he protected her and Sarah, that calms Peppy down.
Precisely. It grounds her. Makes you think about how we separate the noise, the rumors flying around, from the actual truth of people's lives and relationships.
Yeah. So, wrapping this up, this deep dive, just through these few manga panels, really showed the whole life cycle of a rumor, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely. How quickly it spread, how destructive it was, all based on practically nothing. Incomplete information. And how one single detail, just that phrase, family duty, completely changed everything, turned this whole scandal narrative into something about obligation.
It's a powerful reminder of how easily we make assumptions when we don't have the full picture, and how quickly those assumptions fall apart when the truth, even a small piece of it, comes out.
So maybe the thought to leave everyone with is this. Think about how much of what you think you know about other people is based on those fragments, those little bits and pieces you overhear, or assumptions someone else made.
Yeah, in a world that's just flooded with snippets and sound bites.
How often is that thing you notice, that promise ring in someone's life, actually something completely different? Maybe something quiet, unglamorous, like a family duty.
Something to definitely ponder.